world where your electronic devices are always on, always connected. They no longer need to be turned off or unplugged because they have extremely low power consumption in what we call wait for user mode. You don't need to log in because these devices automatically recognize you from the moment when you walk into the room. Typing is no longer required thanks to precise voice recognition and gesture recognition. Most of the time, your devices no longer need to be told what to do. They already know. Take, for example, Amanda in the picture behind me. Her computer is no longer protected by a password she types and doesn't require what we think of today as a login. All it requires is her presence and to hear her voice, and it recognizes her, greets her, and is ready to provide her with content. She doesn't interact with her computer via a mouse and keyboard, nor does she leave fingerprints on the very glass through which she reads articles and watches video. The computer knows what Amanda wants to look at on a weekend morning and presents that content to her in a pleasing manner. Amanda talks to her computer as she would to a friend, and not just with her voice, but her body language. The computer can sense her mood. It can sense if she's interested in work, entertainment, or connecting with people. Today, the computer senses that her eyes are staying on the Olympic diving video, and so it grows that window, and it sees her smile and knows that it's done the right thing and leaves the window large. Something about that video has provoked an emotional response in Amanda. It reminded her of a trip to Australia for the Sydney Olympics that she took with her daughter many years ago. And so she speaks to the computer and says, "Show me videos with Kristen." And the computer switches mode and presents the videos. Takes away the previous content, and it shows video in a preview mode in a 3D UI where every video is already streaming, making it much easier to browse and recognize what you're looking for. But Amanda's not going to browse today. Instead, she says, "Show me the one in Australia." And so the computer knows where every video was taken and who's in them because they've been indexed. And so it presents the video with Kristen in Australia. And it takes it immediately full screen. It doesn't require a user interaction to do that. That's the natural way to present a single video. Instantly, Amanda's flooded with memories from that trip, and she says, well, actually before she says anything, the computer recognizes that what Amanda is focused on is Kristen, not videos or Australia. And it starts to look for Kristen connected anywhere in the world. And it finds her online in a coffee shop and says to Amanda, "Would you like Kristen to join you?" And Amanda says, "Yes, video." And up she pops. The windows resize, and Amanda and Kristen lock eyes. And the reason they can lock eyes is even though the cameras are around the periphery of the monitor, the computer has the processing power to realign the eye direction so that they're looking at each other in the glass. "Remember the Melbourne garden party," says Amanda, and the video moves to that point in its segment. Again, all of the content has been indexed so that video search is now possible. At this point, Kristen and Amanda are in a conversation, they have media, and the computer is not part of their experience. It's receded into the background where it belongs.